Welcome to The Explainer. So, look, if you've been paying any attention to the tech world lately, you know that artificial intelligence is literally everywhere. I mean, it's fundamentally transforming how we live, how we communicate, and most importantly, how we work. But let's be totally honest here. Trying to keep up with this sprawling landscape of AI software, well, it can feel a bit like drinking from a fire hose, right? Today, we're going to flip that script. Instead of looking at this massive, chaotic ecosystem as some sort of burden, we're going to explore it as an incredibly exciting frontier. Our goal here is to make this wild landscape digestible, organized, and truly actionable for your daily routines, so you can build the absolute ultimate toolkit for your specific needs. Now, to do that, we got to ask a pretty fundamental question. Is AI just ChatGPT? It's incredibly easy to think that way, for sure, especially because it made such a massive mainstream splash. But I want to completely shatter that illusion right out of the gate. While ChatGPT is absolutely incredible, it's really just the tip of a very, very large iceberg. There is a whole universe of specialized, highly targeted tools out there designed to solve incredibly specific problems. Problems you might not even realize could be solved by a machine. I mean, check out this number, 120. Over on the eDiscovery Today blog, industry expert Doug Austin did this fascinating deep dive, highlighting a massive infographic that charts exactly 120 distinct, mind-blowing AI tools currently reshaping our digital landscape. The sheer scale of this AI revolution is just staggering. But hey, I want you to take a deep breath right now. Seriously, let that weight fall off your shoulders, because you absolutely do not need to learn 120 tools to stay relevant. No way. We really just need to understand how they're organized. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap to group all this chaos into 6 distinct buckets so no one feels overwhelmed. 1. The AI software explosion. 2. Productivity and chatbots. 3. Writing and content creation. 4. Design and video tools. 5. Marketing and automation. And 6. Building your AI workflow. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the AI software explosion. And this brilliantly illustrates what's happening out there. Because to truly grasp the market right now, we can't just look at a giant list of names. We need a mental model to understand exactly where the tech industry is focusing its energy. Doug Austin broke down those 120 tools from the infographic, giving us this fantastic macro view of the landscape. The biggest slice of the pie? Writing, with 27 tools. Then we've got productivity and marketing, tied at 24 tools each. Video and design both sit at 18, and chatbots round the whole thing out with 12. This distribution is vital, you guys. It tells us exactly where AI is making the biggest, most immediate impact right now. Why are writing and productivity tied for the absolute lead? Because generating content and saving time are universal pain points. It's the lowest hanging fruit for massive efficiency gains across literally any industry. Moving right along to Section 2, productivity and chatbots. So these two categories are all about fundamentally changing how you spend your day. They're designed with a single overarching purpose: saving you time on internal processes and automating your external conversations. Let's look at the core value proposition of the productivity category, with just a few standouts. Think of Notion as your company's digital brain. It's this incredible all-in-one workspace, combining your notes, wikis, and databases into one infinitely customizable platform. But, a brain needs a way to communicate, right? That's where Zapier steps in, to act as the invisible nervous system. It lets you automate workflows across more than 3,000 different apps without needing to write a single line of code. If an email comes in here, it automatically creates a task over there. Finally, Monday.com centralizes everything into a highly visual, easy-to-understand project management interface. These aren't just apps. They are the architectural scaffolding for a highly efficient team. Now, shifting over to chatbots, the focus is entirely on the problem of being always on. Just imagine if your business literally never slept, never took a lunch break, and instantly replied to every single prospect. Tools like Wadi allow for powerful WhatsApp business automation, handling customer service natively where people already text. ManyChat is brilliant for automating social media messaging, creating these engaging conversational workflows for platforms like Instagram and Facebook, so you're actually capturing leads while you sleep. And Drift brings conversational marketing right to your website to instantly qualify leads and accelerate your sales. These AI chatbots take response times from hours to mere seconds, which means your human team only has to step in when really complex problem solving is required. Next up, Section 3, writing and content creation. So, the crucial point here is that this is the largest category we're looking at.
This is the space where artificial intelligence essentially becomes your personal editor, your researcher, and your copywriter, all rolled into one seamless experience. It completely eliminates the friction of staring at a dreaded blank page. The trick is differentiating the tools by how intensely you need them. Grammarly, for example, is your safety net for everyday polish. It just operates quietly in the background, offering real-time grammar, tone, and clarity tweaks as you type an email. But when you need to conjure entire marketing campaigns out of thin air, that's where the powerhouses step in. Jasper acts like your ultimate brainstorming partner, generating incredibly human-like marketing text and blog posts based on simple prompts. And Copy.ai? That's your dedicated conversion specialist, leveraging advanced AI specifically to craft high-converting, punchy copy for emails and landing pages. They literally transform a blank screen into polished content in seconds.
All right, Section 4, Design and Video Tools. This is where the absolute visual magic happens. We're entering this fascinating era where a lack of technical skills or expensive software, that's no longer a barrier to creating stunning, professional-grade media. Let's look at Midjourney as a prime example of democratizing design. Anyone, and I mean anyone who can type a descriptive sentence, can now generate breathtaking, completely original masterpiece images. You don't need a fine arts degree, you just need an imagination. Meanwhile, everyday tools are getting totally supercharged. Canva revolutionized graphic creation with its intuitive drag-and-drop setup, but now it's packed with AI tools like automatic resizing. That means one design perfectly adapts to 10 different social platforms instantly. And Figma remains the absolute gold standard for collaborative UI and UX prototyping, bringing design teams together in real time.
And man, the leap into the video space is just as wild. The tools here are truly revolutionary because they eliminate the need for massive Hollywood budgets, expensive camera gear, or that tedious frame-by-frame manual editing. Synthesia completely removes the need for a physical studio. It lets you create videos using synthetic human actors for lifelike narration in multiple languages. Pictory acts like your automated producer, instantly finding and extracting the most viral, shareable highlight clips from long-form stuff like webinars. But Descript is a total paradigm shift. If you know how to use a Word document, you now know how to edit a movie. It lets you edit your videos simply by highlighting and deleting text from an auto-generated transcript. You delete a sentence in the text, and the video perfectly cuts that moment out. It is literal magic.
Section 5, Marketing and Automation. This is where AI really steps in to do the heavy lifting. We're talking about tracking complex campaigns, optimizing search engine visibility, and managing massive databases of customer relationships without ever dropping the ball. What's absolutely crucial to understand here is how AI elevates these existing platforms into predictive engines. They aren't just static databases anymore. Think of it as a continuous workflow. SEMrush does the intelligence gathering. It's an absolute necessity for SEO and digging deep into your competitors' strategies to find your audience. Then HubSpot captures them, offering a comprehensive inbound CRM that brings your sales, marketing, and service channels together for a complete picture. Finally, MailChimp engages them continuously using AI to power highly targeted email campaigns based specifically on how the customer is behaving in real time. It takes the guesswork entirely out of growing your audience. And finally, Section 6, Building your AI Workflow. Now, what's really interesting about this is the math. As we wrap up and look at all these separate categories, it presents this fascinating paradox about how these tools actually overlap in the real world. Remember how we established there were 120 tools earlier? Well, when Doug Austin meticulously counted them all up by their assigned categories, he actually found a discrepancy. The total comes out to 123. So, how can 120 distinct tools equal 123 when you organize them? The answer comes down to the massive difference between a specialized tool and what we can call a multi-category powerhouse. Think of the specialized tools like a surgical scalpel. Something like Grammarly lives purely in one category, writing. It does one thing exceptionally well. But modern AI, it's transcendent. Some of these tools are the ultimate Swiss Army knife. As Doug pointed out, ChatGPT actually spans 3 entirely different categories on the chart: productivity, chatbot, and writing. Jasper spans both chatbots and writing. The math adds up to 123 because the most powerful AIs in this ecosystem absolutely refuse to be boxed into just a single function. They are expansive platforms unto themselves. Which brings us to this fantastic point from one of our sources. Innovation and automation are the 2 eyes of any organization. I want to be absolutely 100% clear about something. Adding tools just for the sake of having tools creates friction, not freedom. The goal is curation, not collection. Trying to sign up for all 120, actually scratch that, trying to sign up for even a dozen would be an absolute nightmare of inefficiency. The real value here is surveying this landscape so you can build your own personalized, streamlined system. You only need to select the few specific tools that serve as those crucial eyes for your unique organization.
So I want to leave you with a challenge. Which AI tool will you implement into your daily workflow today? Seriously, don't let the sheer volume of options paralyze you. Just pick one area that causes you friction. Maybe it's brainstorming emails, or tedious project management, or designing quick graphics, and start experimenting with a single tool from that category. Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer. Get out there, start experimenting, and build your ultimate AI tool belt.